All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening to and watching another video. We've been continuing our series of interviewing folks that are both industry leaders and who've been very successful in the screen printing and embroidery business, most particularly ones who are using PriceIt software. And today with us, we have Mr. Tom Rauen from Envision Sports in Dubuque, Iowa. Tom, welcome to this interview. And thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to help us out here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Tom, you've been using PriceIt for a little while now, but I wanted to hear from you just a little bit about your company, how long you've been doing this, and where PriceIt sort of came into the mix here and when we entered the scene for you.
Yeah, so we started 15 years ago in my parents' basement and have been growing since then. And our first location, we had about 2,000 square feet, and start off, it was just myself and my mom and, friends and family helping out wherever needed the first couple of years. And I remember the first year we were getting into things and really just growing right off the start. And we were keeping track of orders in a notebook. And then our other method was 1 million Post-it notes. And so quickly we were like, we need to get something to get this organized and look professional for one. And so we found PriceIt software kind of right at the beginning and dove on in, right from the start. And that really just helped take everything from the notebook and scratch paper to, having it organized, having the artwork in there, having accurate quotes and all that.
Well, how did you hear about us anyway? Would you see us at a trade show, or were you just kind of tooling around online? Did you hear about us from somebody? How did that all happen?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago, so I don't recall how we crossed paths, but I'm glad I did, because like I said, it kind of just propelled us forward from being a startup shop in my parents' basement to what felt like a real company and having that organization with it.
That's great. And that organization, as we all know, is super important because you can work very hard. And if you're not working smart, then it's very easy to lose money in this industry. As we've been part of your journey, you've been part of our journey as well. And you've given us lots of insight into additional features and changes and things that we've been able to make. We're just as happy and thankful that you have been part of our journey as well. And I think it's been really cool just in the short time I've been here over the last 5 years, watching your company continue to grow. And so now you've gone from your basement of your parents' home to now I was looking at your website, you have a beautiful facility there in Dubuque, a pretty big place. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that place and how the day-to-day operations go there and where PriceIt kind of fits in with all of that?
So right now we have a 35,000 square foot facility doing screen printing and embroidery and laser engraving in-house. So a lot from, front to back as far as sales team, all the way back to production management and, navigating and keeping everything under one, shop management software definitely helps out that communication, especially in this big of a facility. So if someone's back in receiving and they're 200 yards away from a salesperson, they can quickly make an update in the system and that person can see that an order's been received, an order's been printed, whatever the case may be. And so that's been really beneficial. And then touching back on some of the updates since we have started, I think in the last couple of years for sure, as we've grown, we've given our feedback directly to the team there, and it's helped immensely, I think, for both of us and as the industry kind of grows and it changes and evolves over the years, it helps that the software is keeping up with that.
That's so true, because what may have worked even 6 months ago may not work today. As technology changes, as the expectations of clients and customers change, we kind of have to keep up with that. You guys have been very instrumental, as well as helped us move the software and evolve it forward and continue to develop it. So we've always been very thankful for that. And we hear from your team if they ever have any issues or they need something changed or done. And we're just really happy for that relationship we have with your team. I was looking at a couple things here. Are you guys using our Bi-Directional artwork feature? And I think you guys were instrumental in sort of helping us wrap our heads around what you guys were looking for and something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we wanted, we're trying to eliminate as many emails as possible. And we found with our art department was a lot of back and forth and a hard way to track everything. And adding that feature, helped keep keep it under one place. So
Right.
it kind of eliminate the sales person out of the process and, all the emails back and forth. So that's helped out a lot. And we really appreciate that feature.
Definitely. And, we actually are using it. We have a shop here in the Brattleboro, Vermont area, and we have also been using that bi-directional artwork approval and the texting feature as well. And I think that was another one that you guys brought up because there's a way we could text this out to folks. And I think, I don't know about you, but I've seen a dramatic decrease in turnaround time between proofs going out and the approval process has been sped up exponentially for us. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very cool. So what are some of the, I think you already said this, what's the biggest itch that PriceIt sort of scratches for you guys?
I think just the organization of keeping it all in one spot, everything from, the customer's information to the price quote to when it gets converted to an order, seeing when it was ordered, where it was ordered from, checking it in, kind of where it falls in line in production, on the production schedule, when it was shipped, paid, all that. So just like having all that easily accessible in one area. So if a customer calls up, we're able to pull it up, see where it's at, see what's going on with the order and get that information. Whereas if we still get this from time to time, a sales rep jots down a quote and he emails it out, but he doesn't put it into the system, then it doesn't exist. So we always say first things first, when a customer calls up a lead or whatever the case is, get them put into the system, get that quote started. So if that sales rep or somebody is sick, that customer calls back or emails and they want to keep moving forward with that order, or they have a question about the quote or whatever, it's not buried in someone's email. It's not sitting on someone's desk. It's in the system. And so it's easy for anyone else in the team to jump on board and keep moving forward with that.
So that's a great value to you guys to obviously the keeping everything organized and keeping everything moving forward, I guess. So I assume you guys are obviously using PriceIt every single day. I had that as a question on here, how often you use PriceIt, but I think it's very clear that you guys are using this thing every day.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. What is your favorite feature anyway?
I like looking at the sales report and the comparison from the previous year to this year. So from a high level, I like to look at that, be able to
very cool.
Pull down and compare and see kind of where we're at compared to other things.
Tell us about, you and your staff's customer service and tech support experiences with us.
I like that it's real simple. Call the number. You're not going to get some automated system answering it. I know, it's going to be one of a handful of guys that answer the phone and, ready to help out wherever needed. We've got a lot of different other services and vendors that we work with, and PriceIt is definitely on top of customer service. When we call and have a question, it's either easily answered, they jump on a screen share and can easily walk us through it, fix it, update, whatever the case is. And so it's always prompt and, right there for us.
That's good to hear. We try really hard to be there for our customers when they need us. I think one of the things we never really ever want to get away from here is that personal touch of being able to call up and talk to a person as opposed to some phone tree and then have to navigate some sort of labyrinth. So that's something that's very important to us. And we're going to continue doing that down the road. So now, do you use the Inksoft integration that we developed?
Yeah, we're using it a little bit. We're trying to do it a little bit more. So we're just trying to figure out the best way to kind of sync that up.
If you need any help with that, let us know. Would you recommend us to other shops? Obviously not in your area. I guess you have. Actually, you have recommended us to shops in your area. Yeah,
it doesn't matter if they're in my area or not. We definitely recommend you to, anyone that we talk to.
That's cool. Where do you see your company in 10 years?
I don't know. We're just continuing to grow and, we're trying to look at how the industry is moving, how other industries are moving and how we can, adjust and pivot and make sure that we're not falling behind. So 10 years is a far out kind of landscape to look at, but, I think everything is pushing towards e-commerce. I think some of the things that we're looking at is niching down, focusing on a few markets and going deep in those, and maybe a little less broad in our marketing.
if you can really focus in on each market, you can do very well as you learn about that market and what their needs are, and make your company that much more profitable because you're focusing all your efforts in one area. You're pretty diverse right now. You guys do a lot of stuff. People can come to you for pretty much any service they need, or pretty much anything they want, from like promotional products to whatever, right?
Yes.
That's very cool. How well, you guys are out there sort of out west from us. How well does the software perform speed wise where you guys are at most of the time? Is it okay?
Pretty fast. We haven't had any issues.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Do you have any advice for noobs coming into this business? Like a 21-year-old kid just fresh out of the military, he says, hey, I want to start a business, and he wants to do what Tom's doing over at Envision. What advice would you give to anybody, or man or woman, who decided they wanted to start their own business like yours?
I think just dive in, be active in the Facebook groups, ask questions, try new things, and don't be afraid to, like I said, ask questions, find a mentor, and just, really get active in the industry.
Do you think networking is a big part of your success, and probably the success of any company, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, 100%.
I've kind of burned through a bunch of questions here that I was going to ask you. And I just, if you wanted to just take a minute or two to sort of, in your own words, tell us about the elevator pitch for PriceIt software, and why you think it's helped you and how it can help others, I guess, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay. PriceIt software has helped keep us organized, keep the communication from the front office, our sales team, all the way back to purchasing, receiving, and our production. It's helped us get orders in the system and flow through the system and out to our customers in a timely manner, and keep that communication, I can't stress that enough, together to deliver a great customer experience. That's
great. Tom, thank you so much for your time today, and continue to wish you guys well and the best of success. It's good to see you're still here after, even in the midst of and after the worst of the pandemic. Hopefully, you guys have grown, and it's good to see you're still around. And we look forward to continuing this working relationship with you guys in the coming years.
Awesome. It sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you, Tom, for taking your time with us today. And I, like I said, look forward to continue to serve you guys in the future. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.